What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike. Welcome back to another movie review. Now, this is going to be a movie review on Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now, the runtime for this movie is 2 hours and 41 minutes. Yes, it was a long movie, man. It was one of the longer Marvel movies, which I honestly enjoyed. I don't think it was too long. I think the pacing was right for this movie. I think they did everything right. The description for this movie reads: the people of Wakanda fight to protect their home from intervening world powers as they mourn the death of King T'Challa. Now, we had pretty much all the same people from the first one in this movie, but it introduced a few new characters. We had Tenoch Huerta as Namor and Dominique Thorne as Riri Williams. And I think they both did a great job in their roles. Those were two new characters. You know, Namor was the villain in this movie. It seemed like he was good at times, but other times it seemed he was bad. He just wanted Wakanda, to team up with them and stuff, but once they decided not to, he pretty much decided, look, it's war from here. But right out the gate, man, right out the gate from the very beginning, at the very beginning of the movie, I started crying. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I started crying, tearing up right away. I couldn't help myself because they did such an amazing job, paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman. It sucks because when the movie first starts, they act like he's still alive in the movie. Apparently he's fighting for his life. He has some mysterious illness and stuff. They're trying to keep him alive, but then they say that he passed away. They show his funeral and stuff, and they say their goodbyes to him, and it's just a very sad moment. And this movie is very sad, especially because they bring him up so many times throughout the movie. And it's like every single time, King T'Challa gets mentioned, you just want to cry. You just want to cry every time. This movie is so emotional, man. This is one of the most emotional movies I have seen in a very long time. I don't think I've went to the movies in like a long time and cried like I did with this movie. The pacing was great in this movie. The action was wonderful. The scenery was beautiful. Just everything about this movie was so good, in my opinion. They did a great job. This is the best movie in Phase 4, in my opinion. The best movie, besides Spider-Man No Way Home. Obviously, Spider-Man is number one to me, man. That's the best movie in Phase 4. Then it goes Black Panther. Then it goes Shang-Chi. Those are my top three in Phase 4. And the worst project in Phase 4, in my opinion, is She-Hulk, man. That show, I don't know. I couldn't do it, man. I really couldn't do it. I tried to give it a chance. The only episode I really enjoyed was episode 8 with Daredevil. That was the best episode. Every other episode, I was just bored. But Black Panther Wakanda Forever was definitely one of the best watches in the theater that I have seen in a very long time, man. A very long time. I still haven't seen Black Adam yet. I want to go check that out. I heard that's very good too. But as far as superhero movies this year, this is definitely the best superhero movie. I liked this far more than Doctor Strange. And I liked it far more than Thor: Love and Thunder, man. I loved their mention of Chadwick Boseman in this movie. They brought him up so many times. I just loved it, man. They did it so beautifully, so perfect. I'm just like, wow, man, this is crazy. They actually went through with the Black Panther sequel, and a lot of people were like, man, no, don't even do a sequel. Chadwick has passed, just leave it alone, leave the Black Panther alone and stuff. But I'm honestly very glad they did this sequel. The original Black Panther, yes, he passed away, but Black Panther will live on through Shuri. And I kind of seen that coming, from a mile away. I knew Shuri was going to be the new Black Panther. Some people thought it was going to be Queen Ramonda. Some people thought, it was going to be Black Panther's love or whatever. It wasn't any of them. It was the sister. And I thought that was coming. And I really liked how they did it, man. You can tell that she didn't feel like it was right to become the Black Panther, since her brother passed away. But she felt like she had no choice, towards the end of the movie when there was a big threat coming and stuff. Shuri knew that, Wakanda needed a new protector. They needed the Black Panther to really try to defeat this Namor guy, because he really did something that pissed me off in this movie, man. They really had the nerve to kill, Angela Bassett's character off. Queen Ramonda. They killed her off. Namor killed her. He basically killed the queen because he was trying to get Shuri and her people of Wakanda, to team up with his team. And it just did not happen. They didn't want to do it. So he attacked Wakanda and he killed the queen He wanted Shuri to feel what he was feeling because Nakia, broke into his home and killed one of the people that he cared about a lot. So he wanted to kill somebody of theirs. But that's one thing I did not like about this movie at all. The queen dying. I did not like that at all, not one bit. Angela Bassett is such an amazing actress, man. She is phenomenal, man. There are a number of scenes where she absolutely killed it in this movie, but there's one scene specifically that stood out, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. If you've seen this movie, you know what scene I'm talking about. She killed it. If Angela Bassett does not win an award for this movie, man, something is wrong. The acting was good from everybody in this movie, but specifically Angela Bassett, she did the damn thing. The fight at the end, man, where they went and found, the people that were living under the water and stuff, and they fight Namor and stuff. That fight was amazing. There was tons of action. The scenes were beautiful. Just the water and the ship in the water and stuff. Just the scenery was so beautiful. And I was really feeling Oki's new outfit. They were killing it with that green, bluish outfit or whatever. There was just tons of suspense at the end of the movie with that end fight, and you just didn't know what was going to happen. You were on the edge of your seat because it was one of them fights that you love to see, at the end of a Marvel movie. One of them grand finale type of fights, and that's exactly what we got. And there was a showdown between Shuri, the new Black Panther, and Namor. They're fighting on like some sandy area, and they were both getting their licks in. Shuri was doing her thing, and Namor got some hits in or whatever. And then, like, this ship explodes, and Namor kind of, like, catches on fire. You think that's going to be the end of him, but, Shuri decides not to kill him. She wanted to kill him so bad for what he did to the queen, her mother, but she decided to spare him, and they end up, coming to a truce or whatever, and apparently they're going to be working together in the future. But I felt bad for Shuri, man. She got stabbed up by Namor. He stabbed her through the stomach and everything, but she managed to get out of it. She ended up letting him live. And they came to an agreement and said, you know what? We're done fighting. So Namor took his people back to his underwater city, and Shuri took her people back to Wakanda. And I loved how they paid tribute to Chadwick Boseman at the end of the movie. They say, dedicated to our friend Chadwick Boseman at the end, after the credits. And then we get a scene that really made me emotional. Shuri is at the beach or whatever, she's thinking back. They're showing scenes of Chadwick from the first Black Panther, and she's just crying and stuff. And then Nakia comes up with a kid. You find out that, T'Challa and Nakia had a kid together, and Shuri is an aunt. She has a nephew. And they say he's Prince T'Challa, son of King T'Challa. So it's crazy, man. I always said to myself, at the end of the first one, like, they should make them have a kid together. And they actually did. That's crazy. So now Shuri can think of her brother, every time she looks at her nephew. Apparently, Queen Ramonda got to meet, her grandson before she died. They just kept this away from Shuri because they didn't want to bring, Prince T'Challa into this life. They didn't want the pressure on him so young, trying to become king and get on the throne and stuff. So they kept him away, and they kept it a secret from Shuri. But, she's happy she knows now. It was just a very beautiful moment. So Chadwick Boseman's character, T'Challa, will live on through his son, and I love to see that. And eventually, if they decide to make a third movie, they could make it so that he grows up, there's a time jump or whatever, and he becomes king. He becomes the next Black Panther after Shuri steps down or something. I don't know. But however they decide to do it, I'm very interested, man. I don't think they even need to do a third one. To be honest, it ended beautifully. But if they do decide to do a third Black Panther, I'd be down with it. I wouldn't be mad at all. I also enjoyed Ironheart in this movie. I think Dominique Thorne did a great job as Riri Williams, and I'm very excited to see the Ironheart show now, man. They really set her character up for the show, and I cannot wait to see that. But there were so many good things about this movie, especially the soundtrack, man. There were just so many scenes with great music. I love the soundtrack all around, man. There was one scene specifically that stood out for me, and that was when Shuri was going with Namor, you know, to his city under the water, and it was playing that music, and I was really vibing in the movies. I really was. And you guys know what song I'm talking about. Hold on, let me play it real quick, a couple seconds. This one right here. Yeah, I was vibing in the movies to that. That shit right there was fire. I really was vibing. But the soundtrack was great in this movie, in my opinion. I just loved it. So many great things about this movie. I love the fact that they brought back Michael B. Jordan. Killmonger, it wasn't really him, but when Shuri was turning into the new Black Panther, you know, they showed him. She was seeing him and stuff, and he was saying a whole bunch of stuff to her, which made her realize that, you know, she really has to become the Black Panther to protect Wakanda. So I really enjoyed seeing Michael B. Jordan back, man. It was great seeing him on the screen. Even though he died in the first one, you know, it was still great to see him in that way. But overall, I loved the movie, man. Great action. It was just very beautiful to watch. The scenery was great. Everything about the movie was great, in my opinion. I loved the way they handled Chadwick Boseman's passing. I just absolutely loved it. I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. If you guys have seen Black Panther Wakanda Forever, let me know your thoughts. Comment all your thoughts down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. But yeah, this movie deserves a 9 out of 10 in my opinion, man. It was great. Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all movie reviews in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I got links below to the PayPal and Cash App accounts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.